Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in. Quick message today. Well, I don't know if it'll be quick, but we're in the new year, 2021, and something been really on my heart, and that is just about how we look and we see things of the world. Like we may see a rapper, man or woman, male or female, who raps about fornication or selling drugs. We may see an actor or actress who does movies about fornication or killing or what have you. And then we see their lifestyle, their quote unquote blessings. We see their house, their car. I was watching a YouTube video last night on how it was like how Denzel spent his 200 million and just showing his life, and his luxuries and things like that. And for me, it's inspiring. But on the flip side of that, what I'm talking about is how we look at those things, and a lot of times we will covet it, and how you can look and see Beyonce life or Oprah life or whoever, and we covet it, meaning that we envy it, might not hate on it, might be inspired by it, but we want it. And when I say we, I'm just speaking generally, not saying every single person. Or if we feel like we can't attain it, we then tell ourselves we don't want it. That more money, more problems. I don't want no problems. I don't want to be rich. I just want to be stable. I just want to make enough money to take care of my bills and be able to do a little bit here and there. And we'll put a lid on ourselves. We'll put a lid on God because we fear we are not worthy of that, or that we will never get there anyways. So we'll put that lid on. But then if we take and we see somebody who is right next to us get a new car, get a new house, then we get upset and we get jealous, when it's like that's the person really that you should be clapping for. The person that you see doing the right thing, or that personally, or that come from nothing, the person that you could watch elevate and grow, that's the person you ought to be clapping for. But if you notice, when everyday people, not celebrities, start to advance and do a little better, they start to lose friends. They start to get hated on. And it literally could be get a raise of $1 an hour, maybe $3-4 an hour. It literally could be get a new car that might even have a bad interest rate, but people get jealous instead of saying, hey, I'm happy for you. So in this year right here, this is the year of weeding out everybody that's not happy for you. Because think about this now, and I'll just paint a little picture for you. Let's say, and it's just a parable. Let's say you walking with somebody and you happy. You how you doing? And let's say this millionaire or billionaire is walking down the street and they're looking to be a blessing to somebody. And they look at you and you, but your friends, your family member, your mama, your sister, your girlfriend, meaning homegirl, your homeboy, your co-worker, your classmate, they with you and they mean mugging. They doing that. So now here, who was getting ready to bless you said, that's not who this $1 million I'm getting ready to give. That ain't who this for. Let me go on about my business. Let me keep on going. And then they go to somebody who they laughing, their friends, it's 3 of them, they walking, they laughing, they, oh yeah, I remember that, and that was so funny, oh my goodness. And then the millionaire, billionaire walk up to them and say, hey, you know what? Today I just wanted to just surprise somebody today and just start off 2021 right. And 2020 was so tough. And I'm going to give all three of you $10,000 to do whatever. And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Oh, I manifested this. Oh, I just manifested. Oh my God. And everybody happy, they high-fiving, whereas in your group, because of who you talking to on the text message or who you talk to on the phone, they'd have been like, oh, well, thank you so much. She don't even need 10,000 though, because she just got a new car. She just got a new raise. So can you give me her 10,000? And really would have been serious. And you would have been looking at her like, what? You blocking my blessing? You see what I'm saying? So this is the year of weeding out the people who are not happy for you. And when I say not happy for you, I'm not just talking about like material things. I'm talking about not happy that you got them 10 pounds off of you. And now when y'all go out on Friday night to the lounge with your mask on, because your body looking better, you turning more heads than she turning, and so now she turning her nose up and stank, and not talking about she lost her appetite, she ain't really hungry tonight. But it's really because the three good looking men that y'all walk past was staring at you with their tongue out their mouth, and now she's feeling like broke busted Betty, and now she mad with you, and you ain't even do nothing but just start eating a little better, drinking a little more water. Went on water only diet with healthy, clean food, and then got that 10 pounds, and you tried to get her on it. You tried to tell her, like, listen, you need to stop eating that peanut butter and jelly and them ramen noodles every night at 11:30. That ain't good for you. Like, cut that out. Eat between, noon and 8 or 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. But, have your little salad in there. Yeah, you want to have your little steak, okay. But cut out all the 3 servings of white rice. You tried to give a little tips, and girl, I ain't doing all that. That's a fad diet. But then you get your weight off, and now you turn ahead, and now she jealous. Now, your husband, he want to approach you, but she looking so stank face. He like, I can't do that because I walk over there and that woman, her friend gonna look like a guard dog. Her friend sitting over there look like a pit bull that's been locked up in a cage all her life. Look like she'll bite my head off if I walk over there. So he looks somewhere else. He choose a second-rate woman because he's like, Lord, obviously that ain't my husband because you got a pit bull for a friend. So that obviously ain't my wife that you got for me, Lord. So now you guilty by association because you got people in your corner that they're not willing to grow with you. They don't want to grow with you. They don't want to stretch their mindset. You working on your life. You trying to get your money up. You trying to build your brand. You trying to enhance your career, which could be your brand. When I say brand, I don't necessarily mean entrepreneurship. You can have your career in corporate, wherever. And so you trying to do all that, and they stank face, looking like who shot John but got to kill him, broke, busted, and disgusted, worrisome and nagging some. That's how they looking. And so now people that want to approach you and talk to you, they can't even come around you because your friend looking like a turnip in the face, collard green nose. And so now you missing opportunities and blessings because of who you trying to hang out with, because y'all grew up on the same street, because y'all graduated in the same class, because y'all was friends from your last relationship that you met through your ex. And then this person still ain't happy for you, but then still taking all your business back to your ex because you still keeping in touch. This is the year of weeding out people who are not genuinely happy for you. See, listen, and this is one thing I'm gonna start telling my family. Tell me if you love me, tell me you love me on a random day. Don't tell me how you feel about me after I done gave you some money. after I done did something nice for, tell me how you feel about me on a Blue Monday. Don't wait to Giving Sunday when I done bless you to tell me how you feel about me. Cause I don't know if that's real. Cause I just gave you the stimulus. I just stimulated your bank account or your life, and now you telling me I love you. Do you? Tell me you love me when I ain't got nothing to give you. When there ain't nothing I could do for you but love you. Tell me then. And that's what I'm gonna start telling my friends and family. Did you feel like that last week? If so, why you ain't tell me then? You see, but that's people showing their true colors. That's people showing their true color. Like, so this is an example. We ride, me and my wife, we ride. And I say, hey baby, help me think of a gift to give such and such. Cause he helped change my life. This was an elderly, white guy. And I talked to my wife. And I say, help me think of this here gift. Now listen, the gentleman have not done anything for me in 5 years. But what he did for me 5 years ago, it blessed my life. So as I'm riding with my wife, it just hit me. And she found a really cool custom gift, put a name on it, paid for it. It's in the mail on the way. Now see, the fact that he has not done for me in 5 years, when he get that, it's going to mean something totally different than if he just gave me something yesterday. And then I tell him I tell my wife right after that, hey, help me think of a gift for him. You see what I mean? That's the kind of people that you want in your circle. People who they gonna tell you thank you and you ain't even did nothing for them. They're gonna tell you thank you just for being you. They're gonna tell you thank you, and the last time you did something for them was a year ago. But it just hit their heart and they felt some gratitude and they said thank you. That's the kind of people that you need in your circle. The people that they only happy when you done stimulated their bank account or their lifestyle, that's not the people you need in your corner. That's the kind of people you got to feed with a long handle spoon. That's the kind of people you got to give me 6 feet. Okay? They give me 60 feet. That's the kind of people like that. And so this is the year to where you do a little flexing. And when I say flexing, I don't mean literal sense of flexing, meaning that you showing off and you rubbing stuff in their face. But if you get a raise, if you get an unexpected blessing, if you get a new apartment, a new house, a new car, if your credit score go up, if you pay off some debt, you've sacrificed, you focus, post that on your Facebook. I just want to say thank you, Lord, for blessing me with this new vehicle. And I want to encourage those of you who you have a goal of having a new vehicle so you could feel safer on the road, to believe God and to work hard and to trust the process, and it is going to happen. So you ain't just flexing, but you also inspiring and encouraging. Now see who happy for you. And you know people who when they really happy and when they fake happy. See who genuinely happy for you. Now the people who really know you, like your family, your close family, anybody on your text message, see who of those people who text you call you with genuine joy in their voice. Hey girl, I just seen that car. Hey girl, you better come pick me up. Give me a ride in that thing. Girl, I love the smell of a new car. I'm talking about that kind of energy. Something to tell. Congrats on your little car. I know you think you all that, don't you? I remember my mom when she, got blessed. When God blessed me to bless her, she showed her friend. And her friend was like, what's the address? And mom was like, just tell me when you could come by. And The friend was like, well, why you can't give me the address? The friend wanted to look it up, see how much it costs. And my mama said, I ain't giving her my address. And so, mama, forgive me for telling you business. Your friend watching video, forgive me. Hey, it's just, hey, y'all know your business is for the uplifting of the kingdom. And so, my mama friend ended up texting her. My mama noticed later all her life. Ended up texting her, don't let that house change. You ain't all of that. I knew you when you were this and that. Just some kind of message like that. Just nasty spirited. Now, my mama told me later that she apologized. And something could have convicted her spirit, or she could have saw my mama continuously going up, and she's like, man, let me not lose my seat on the train. And so she eventually apologized. But that right there, that energy that she gave, or that jealousy, that let me remind you what you was, let me remind you where you come from, let me tell you ain't all of that, cause I got a house in my own name that I worked hard and paid for. Only reason you got that is because your son did it. That's what the friend said, something to that effect. And my mama, she just let it roll off her back like water off a duck. And she told me about it, and I got me a good laugh. And I said, Mama, you ought not never talk to her again. You ought not never talk to her again, because that's the type of person that'll slice your tire when she leaving your house and you don't even know it. And you go out there and think you just got a legitimate nail in your tire, and the friend that was hating on you done stuck a nail in your tire, hammered the nail in there, or took their little pocket knife and sliced your tire, done slipped some sugar in your tank out there, then put a hot dog out of her purse under your couch, so you got ants and roaches, and you wondering where in the world these ants and roaches come from, and your little nasty friend done stuck some old food under your couch when she came over. You can't have people around you with nasty spirits who unhappy with their life and jealous of any little thing that you get in your life, because that's a dangerous person. Yeah, pray for them. Yeah, love them. But you also keep your distance. Don't be no fool. Bible tell you not to be no fool now. So don't be no fool. Yeah. Oh, we supposed to love our neighbor. Okay, yeah, love your neighbor. Pray for them. That's love. Pray for their heart. Pray for their spirit. If you got it, send them a little flower. Send them a little flower for nothing. Send them a little card. Say, God bless you, wishing you the best. $25 gift card. That's love, but keep your distance. Oh, no, I'm unavailable Friday. Oh, unfortunately, I missed your call. I'm sorry, I'm on a call. Sorry, I'm tied up right now. I'm not taking calls this week because I'm focused. I'm working on a project. You too busy. Be too busy. It's the season of being too busy for bitter people. For people that's not happy to see you grow, happy to see you shine. And I was talking to my wife about that. I was like, baby, when I be posting us out hanging out, I say the reason why I post it is so that people can see that you don't have to be an athlete or a rapper or doing something secular or doing something that seems scammy or that's called a scam or seen as a scam, or you don't have to be doing these things. Like, you could live a pure lifestyle for Christ, and you can have a purpose-based business and still enjoy the finer things of life. And you can be a Christian and still live, because everybody think that Christian, you supposed to just, your life's so boring and you don't get to do nothing and have no fun. But you could be a Christian and still live. And I say that's why I post that, just to let people, like the people who trying to grow. But I'm like, I be posting and losing followers. And she say that's good. She said, I'd rather have 10 supporters, 10 real followers on social media that is happy to see me be blessed, than to have 100 and 90 of them hating, 90 of them secret haters. And I say, you know what, you're right. So this is the year of not hiding what God is doing for you because you thinking that that's arrogant. And that's what the Lord laid on my heart. The Lord said, listen, the people who live in a secular lifestyle, when they post what they doing and what they got and the advancements that they getting in life, and they giving they saying thank you, God. God saying that's making me look bad because they're not living for me. But they're not gonna say thank you, Satan. So they're saying thank you, God, but they bad PR because they don't live right. Their life don't back up a righteous lifestyle, what the Bible teach. But then, so what God is saying is, but here you are being elevated, being blessed, and you afraid to share a blessing because you don't want to offend nobody. Bible tell you when you pray in private, you're gonna be blessed publicly. The Bible tell you that He will prepare a table for you before your enemies, a seat right in front of your enemies, that your enemies will become your footstool. The people that's hating on you have made themselves enemies because they ain't hating on you, they hating on the God in you because ain't no God in them. So when you take and you suppress yourself and you hide your blessings and what God doing in your life, then the people who want to serve God but have been told that it's boring and you're going to be broke and struggling and that serving God is a life of struggle and poverty and you are climbing the rough side of the mountain all the time. Now, those people, they can't see. Now they can't see that you can live a righteous lifestyle and still and be blessed. That you ain't got to be wading in the water forever. Yeah, you might be in a season. You ain't got to be coming up the rough side of the mountain forever. Yeah, you might be on the season. And that God will restore you and bless you and elevate you and favor you and give you blessings here on earth as He has stored up for you in heaven. And so the people that's looking to you, that's saying, okay, he or she doesn't club anymore, don't get drunk anymore, don't sleep around anymore, and look at their life being blessed because they thinking that you got to get drunk at your friend party, at the card party, at the bingo party, that you got to get drunk to have a good time, that you got to sleep around with the men that you meet at the restaurant, at the lounge, at the, wherever, at the board meeting, at the, small business association, that you got to sleep with these men who in suits or in uniforms to have fun in life, that you living when you just on your back sleeping with tall, dark, and handsome, sexy men you done met. That's fun. That is living. That you got to dress with all your cleavage showing, if the rest of your body ain't where you want it to be, or all your butt showing, if the rest of your body ain't where you want it to be. That you got to show all kind of something to have fun and to get attention. So what God trying to show you, what God trying to show the people that's on a path, He trying to show them that, no, look, you can live a clean lifestyle. I'm gonna tell y'all another little secret. Why I've been posting my wife. I've been posting my wife because, for one, she feel more comfortable. I don't post her if she don't feel comfortable. So, after our second son and her used to do competing, bodybuilding, it messed up, throwed off her hormones and stuff like that. And so her body just wasn't regulated. But she done got her body regulated. And so it helped her lose like probably 20, 25 pounds. And so even when she was 25 pounds heavier, it looked good to me, but that's not my body. So it wasn't my right. I ain't had a place to say, you look good to me, I'm finna post you. Because any woman knows a woman got to be comfortable in her body and feel like she on her path. Now, she not all the way where she want to be, but she feel comfortable enough in this place of the journey, so she okay with me taking pictures. She actually asked me to take pictures sometimes. Hey, can you take a picture of me? And I love that because I want my wife to feel beautiful and to know that she beautiful and not be feeling insecure because of the pressures of the world. And so I've been posting her, and the reason why I post my wife is because she have nice thighs. And she could wear booty shorts, and she could wear skin tight leggings and take pictures from the back and show a little bit of booty. Now, it ain't no crazy donkey derriere, but it's enough booty to get a little lustation going. She could do that, but she does not do that. A man got blocked the other day asking me why do I not let my wife dress sexy, because it looked like she always covered up. And I had to go off on her. I said, for one, why you worried about what my wife got on? Why you even looking at my wife? And why you even asking me about my block? And you better be glad I ain't see you in person. I'd have knocked you in your mouth asking me about my wife. And I wrote, my wife is grown and independent. She wear what she want to wear. But the reason why I post my wife is because I want the women of the world to see that you don't have to show all your skin. Now, yeah, if you want to wear you some shorts with your legs, that's cool, but that don't have to be your only go-to. Like, you don't have to objectify yourself. You could have on loose jeans, or you could have on leggings with a longer shirt to where not everything hanging out. You could have on a cardigan. You could have on a loose sweater, a jacket. You could wear a baseball cap. You can wear sweats and still look classy, sexy, and sophisticated. I want to show that because I know majority of my followers online, and I say followers because not everybody is supporters. I typically say supporters, but I realize a lot of just spectators follow you online, not supporters. Less than 1% of your following actually support you. And so a lot of the followers, a lot of them believe that that femininity is objectification, that in order to be feminine, you have to objectify yourself by wearing tight clothes, form-fitting clothes that show all kind of cleavage or skin, or what you call an asset, whether that's your butt or your thighs or your calves or your breast or your stomach, your abs. And so many women believe that that's what sexiness is, and not understanding that ain't the only way. Like, you can be beautiful and sexy, classy, sophisticated, and be dressed, like be covered up, if that's what you want to do. I don't tell my wife, I don't pick a single outfit for my wife. My wife dressed herself. And I told her today, I said, you know what? I thank God that I chose you. Like, God, I thank God, because I'm like, if I had to dress a woman, if I had to tell a woman how to dress, it would be the way that you dress. And you just do that on your own. You do that naturally. And I love that. And if she get a little, if she's showing some skin or something like that, I know her, and I know that she modest and that she don't really like that. So I know when she do it, like our Christmas photo, she wore a thing that was just like, it was a dress, but it had shorts up under it. And the shorts, they weren't super long, but so it showed a little leg, but you got a dress on top of it, like a veil covering it up. So you really got, it ain't just bare skin. You looking through the little, the little holes in the dress. And that was her take on, showing some leg. And I liked it. Now, it was real sexy to me, and I liked it. But that was her, that's her side of it. And somebody told her, we want to see you in dresses. But my wife don't like dresses. So she told the lady, I wear what I want to wear when I want to wear it. I wear what make me feel comfortable. In so many words, she read her in a nice way. That's how my wife feels. And I like that, about her, that she doing what she want to do, how she want to do it, and she dressing for her, not for the world. And whoever don't like it could take a ticket and get in line. And that right there, that spoke to me and say, That's the energy I got to be on. I got to do for me. I got to live the life that God has called me to live and blessed me to live, and not worry about who don't like it. As long as I know my heart is in the right place, and that I'm never trying to flex on nobody, floss on nobody, make nobody feel bad, but I'm living in the fullness of God's grace, mercy, and favor. And that's what I want to encourage you to do, because I've noticed that it's a lot of private misery that people who are actually blessed are living in, and your blessing have become a burden, and your favor or your peace has become painful because you feel like you can't smile as big as you want to smile because other people are sad. Not realizing that the people that you are intended to reach who are sad need to see your smile so that they can see your mindset and your lifestyle makes a difference. But if you put on a sad face thinking that you're going to make them feel better, you actually hindering them, and you're not walking in your purpose. Y'all got to forgive me, you hear the print. My wife, the boys, they home school this week because they school and open up this week because them cases went up. So she printing out schoolwork for them. So y'all forgive me if you hear that. And so that's what you have to realize. And I'm reminded. Now see, I still also realize that we have to do things with taste. And you got to evaluate where it comes from. So if I'm riding in my car and I get an inspiration for a video, I'm going to shoot the video. But I don't feel the need to take a picture sitting, leaning on the hood of my car just to show the car. And I really don't have it in me to come up with no deep caption about the car. So I don't post like that. If that's your style and that's how you do it, then that's you. The key is that with your blessings, with your peace, understand when I say blessings, I'm not just talking material. That's the thing that broke-minded and scarcity-minded people get offended by the word blessings, because they think it just means material things. Blessing could be your peace of mind. Prosperity could be your peace of mind. Could be a glad heart, could be a smiling face. So when I say blessings, understand that this encompasses everything about life that is pure, okay, that is uplifting. So understand that. But you have to make sure that with your blessings, with your smile, because there's a lot of people who smile but they in pain. And so they put a mask on instead of truly working on joy and happiness. They remain in pain by choice, but just choose to put a mask with a smile on. That's the wrong life to live. See, with your life, be authentic. So if I'm having a bad day, meaning I just don't feel like it, then I also share that. Hey, I'm tired today. Hey, I got a headache today. Hey, I need a break today. I'm emotionally drained today. I share that too, to also show the realities of life. But I'm not gonna sad fish, meaning fake like I'm sad or depressed to get likes or to get sympathy. And some people do that. They post a genuine feeling of discontent, unhappiness, and they get so many likes and so many prayers in the comments, that they like that feeling, and now they start to lie and fake like they sad for attention and sympathy. That's wrong. So here's the thing. And then some people take and show their blessings with the intention to be spiteful. That's wrong. See, what I'm saying here is operate from an authentic place in your heart that is pure and real, if you feel that you are called to be a light. And so this is the thing now, if you know your pain will be a hindrance to somebody, then don't share that. But if you know that your pain is not that great, or even if it is that great, you know that it just will let people know that, hey, I have rainy days too, but Christ is my umbrella. So yes, I'm feeling it, but I'm gonna be all right because I'm finna speak this thing into existence. I'm finna pray my way through. So hey, y'all keep your head up and push through the tough time. You see what I mean? So if you could take that and spin that into something, and when I say this, I don't necessarily mean posting on Facebook. This could be to your best friend. This could be that you share this. Your best friend always see you smiling, always see you happy, always see you winning. But if you have a day that's not good, you lost somebody, you lost something happened, you could share that too. So that they see, okay, so you are human. You do go through things. You do have feelings that might not always be so blissful. But then you teach yourself how to get back up. You find a way to get back up and to keep going, and you press through. Okay, I got you. So now they see you down, but then they see you get back up. And then when you up, they see you up, and they see how you live life when you up, and you take advantage of the blessings and being able to live life. And then when you down, they see that you pray your way through. So they're seeing the evidence of God in you and on you. And you're not hiding the growth and the journey. And even if it's just for one person. So this is what I did. This is what happened. This is a real life example. I took and I did something to be a blessing to a couple of people. And it was a huge, huge blessing. It was a huge blessing. In every sense of the word, it was a huge blessing that God laid on my heart to do for two different people. And God took and restored me. God took and restored me. Everything that I had given, God gave it back to me. Unexpectedly, out of the blue, in an unprecedented way. It never happened before, the way God blessed me. And I took and I sent that praise report to the two people that I had been a blessing to, and to my dad, my mom, and to my mentee. So 5 people. I never posted the whole story. I never posted like what I did in total on social media, because it's not for everybody. Everybody don't understand it, and not everybody will be inspired. A lot of people just think I'm trying to brag, and it's not for everybody. The restoration, God, blessing me, replenishing me, I didn't post that either, because it's not for everybody. Now, if I start a group of power-minded, like-minded people that have made an investment to be a part of this group of growth, then I will share it with that group privately. But I don't have that group yet. So, and the reason why I don't have that group, because I don't like routine. I don't like being bound to something. Like YouTube, I could shoot a video if I want to shoot a video, if I got the time to shoot a video. If I ain't got time to shoot a video, I ain't got to shoot no video. But if you done paid to be a part of something, and I say we're going to do a call every month, then I got to do a call every month, and I might not feel like doing no call every month. And so that's why I don't have that group. But the Lord working on me, and I'm thinking about doing it. But anyway, it wasn't for everybody. So what it showed my mentee, because I had told him the story, and I had shared the story with him of what I did, and I shared with him how I wasn't too happy about the lack of gratitude that was shown from the people that I decided to be a blessing to. And it did a few things for him. He learned the lesson on gratitude, but then he also has been showing gratitude on an unprecedented level, because he heard from a giver what gratitude should look like and feel like, and what a giver, what we need. We're not giving it to get praise or to get thanks, but when you give to a human that knows you, you would like to see a certain type or level of gratitude. It ain't got to be one particular thing. And so I expressed that to him, just about human nature and about giving from your heart, not expecting anything in return, because with a lot of humans, you're not going to get anything in return. And when I say in return, I don't mean monetary. I mean just like a card that says thank you, but it's written by hand. 99 cents. You see what I mean? Not even that. And so, or just something like, just a little random something like, oh, Tony always got a hat on in his videos. Let me send him a hat just for nothing. It costs $30. Let me send him a hat, because he did this right here for me. That was tens of thousands, And so just like that. And I shared that with my mentee to say, look, God won't leave you naked. God won't leave you down. When you've been obedient and you've been a blessing, God will show you that your blessings, your restoration, you being replenished does not come from man. It comes from God. God will show you that when you are giving and you are living for him, it is for his glory, not for your glory, not for the glory of people. It is for his glory. And what God will show you is that you won't give and it be returned to you void. But when you give, as my word says, it will return pressed down, shaken together, and still running over. When you give with a glad heart from the right place. And so that's what I seen. And I shared that with my dad, with my mom, with my mentee, and with the two people I was a blessing to. My wife, she saw it. She got to witness that. And that's what that was. And so I say that to say, not everything is for everybody. As you this year are working towards your goals and you hit your goals, it might not be for the general public. It might be for the people that will be inspired by that. And the people that won't be inspired by it, the people that'll be jealous of it, the people that'll hate on you for it, those the people that you got to move on from. Because those are the people that'll get you shot in the drive-by. I'm not speaking literally, but for some of y'all, where y'all live at, it could be literal. Okay, it could be literal. But what I'm saying is those are people that they will bring, calamity upon you because you got them right there next to you and they spirit wrong and you're not rubbing off on them. They're not trying to grow. They want to be the devil in your camp. They want to be the sinner in your camp to sink your ship, to slow down your growth, your progress. They want to be negative Nate, negative Nancy. They want to be doubting Dan, doubting Dana. Y'all forgive me if I'm saying y'all name. Now I ain't talking about you. I'm just talking about the doubting version of you or the negative version of you. Okay. They want to be that because they understand energy. They understand that your good energy upsets them. And they understand that somebody negative energy upsets them. They are masters of energy. So they understand that when you say, hey, what you think about this? I'm thinking about starting this new line where I take and I, do customization of this particular item. And then I put it on like Shopify on my own website, and I put it on Etsy just for, Google searches. They start, showing my little product. What you think about that? They want to be the person to say, I don't think that's a good idea because it's a million people already doing that. And it's like, who are you? Like, look where we come from. Like, who do we know? Like, you got to have a big following like that man you follow online. What's his name? Gaskins. That man right there. You got to have a following like that for anything that, happens. So it's like, me personally, I'd save that money. I would save that money. I wouldn't even do that because it's like with that money, girl, that's money we could go to Bahamas with and live our best lives. That you trying to buy stuff from China and customize it and ain't nobody gonna sell it. I done seen that happen too many times. People just spend tens of thousands of dollars and then don't sell a single thing. I can't even, if I had $1 for every time I seen that happen, girl, I'd be a millionaire right now. And she just a line. Don't know nothing, ain't seen nothing, but just shot your dream right out the air. Some people want to be that person. They want to be your dream killer. They want to be the person that keep poking holes in your ship, in your boat, and letting water in. They got their life vest. They done already made their phone call with long antenna just to let the plane know, hey, we gonna sink here soon, but she can't swim. I got me a life vest, so come on, pick me up. And then be giving your eulogy. She was such an amazing person, just so giving, and so many people took advantage of her, and she didn't deserve that. And I hope those people just hate themselves because now she gone. But she put the hole in the boat and had her SOS signal ready to go and knew you can't swim. You see what I'm saying? It's people like that that's in your circle. And some of them are disguised as family. Some of them disguised as day ones. The rappers or somebody made up the term day ones, meaning somebody who you knew all your life. From before you had that job you got, or the entrepreneur spirit you got, or before you had clients or whatever it is you do. Before you wrote your book, or some people are disguised. Some people who are in this role, they name mom or mama, depending on where you come from. Mom. Some of them name daddy, dad. Some of them name sister. Some of them name brother. Some of them name best friend. Some of them name cousin. Some of them name son. Some of them name daughter. Some of them name uncle. Some of them name auntie. Okay, some of them name boss. Some of them name co-worker. Some of them name professor, teacher. You see what I'm saying? It could be anybody. But when you spot them, create your busy schedule. I'm too busy. Oh, sorry I missed your call. Just been so tied up. I'm going to give you a call when I'm able. You ain't say when you were going to be able. You said, I'm going to give you a call when I'm able. And then, see, this is the thing. Negative people who want to be dream killers, they'll chase you down. They'll blow your phone up because misery love company. So you will look at that as love. Sometimes you have confused them always calling you or always texting you as love, that they really love you. They really can. No, they get joy from causing you misery. Their goal is to slow you down so that they don't have to feel bad about the pace that they're going in their life. But if you take off like a rocket, like God been trying to do for you, but you're not using wisdom of separating yourself from certain people, then God can't do what he's trying to do in your life because you're not using wisdom and you're not creating separation. That's why in the Bible it was in a season where it say come out from among them. See, sometimes you got to come out from among them. Sometimes you got to be removed. Sometimes you have to have separation before you can have elevation. And sometimes that got to be from family members, from friends, not just colleagues, constituents, co-workers. Sometimes it's blood relatives that are holding you back. And you may not have to leave them forever. It may just be for a season so that they could see that you're willing to go without them. And if they don't change their attitude and get their act together, they're going to get left. So if they don't scratch their booty and get glad and start getting inspired by your movement, by your happiness, your hustle and your grind, they're going to get left behind and they're going to lose an amazing friend. So sometimes that season of distance, it might be a month. For some people, it might be 6 months. For some people, it might be a year. I remember I cut my sister off and I cut my sister off. This my blood sister. Now see, tonight I bought her a suite at the Orlando Magic game, and she going to the suite, and you get 6 tickets and you get a parking pass, and got the suite all to herself so that you socially distance, just her and her kids or whoever she taking. I'm doing that for her tonight, but you know, I cut her off. I don't know how long ago, but it was probably a year or two ago. And I think it was about a year that I ain't talked to my sister. This my blood sister. I was raised with her. We got the same mom and daddy. And I was raised with her every day of my life. We was like peas in a pod. And I cut her off as an adult. And you know why I cut off? Because she felt like I owed her something. She felt like my sacrifice and my hard work belonged to her. And that the fruits of my labor was her fruit. But she wasn't willing to sacrifice and to work the way that I sacrifice and work. And I told her, you got life messed up and you got me bent, trying me like a baser. Get off my phone. And I ain't talked to her. I blocked her. And my mama would write me about every month. That's your sister. Y'all need to make up and talk. I just want my kids to be. I said, listen to me. Listen to me what I'm doing, mama. And you keep doing this, you going to get cut off. I said, listen, anybody could get cut off. Anybody. If you not adding to my life, then you subtracting from my life. And adding don't mean money or opportunities. It just means good attitude. It means pure energy. Righteous energy. If you bringing Satan energy into my life, you're going to get cut off. Point blank period. I don't care who you is. I do not care who you is. And that's what I let my mama know. And that's what I let my sister know. And then it was, I don't know what it was, that it just so happened we talked and it felt like I was talking to a stranger. And for months, it just felt like a stranger because I had them cut off. But guess what? My sister, since I cut her off for that period of time, she ain't never once tried me again like I owe her something. She know that my sacrifice is first for me and my family, and that nothing is owed to her because we had the same mama, we had the same daddy, we had the same opportunity, we had the same choices, we got the same, both got a brain, and we know the same God. So she know now that if you want to live on the level that God has blessed me to be able to live on, then you got to serve God on the level that I serve God. And that you got to sacrifice on the level that I sacrifice. And you got to work on the level that I work. She know that now. And we came back together. I put her in position to win. Connected her with one of my mentees and clients. And they showed her the ropes on how to start a group home because they got a group home. And I paid the money she needed to get everything in order. And I showed my bank statement to the people because they require a bank statement to show that you got X amount of dollars. And I showed my bank statement because you can use anybody's bank statement. So I did what it took. Minus what I did for her, she wouldn't have been able to start the group home. So I still taught her how to fish. But so now I done taught her how to fish and I took her to the lake. But you're going to have to throw the pole in. You're going to have to bait the hook. And then you're going to have to take the fish off, and you're going to have to clean the fish, and you're going to have to cook the fish, or you're going to starve. Point blank period. And when you get to a certain level of life and understanding and you talking to God, like, and you read the Bible, and I remember and you get to, in Matthew 10:4, it say, do not suppose that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to turn a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies will be the members of his own household. Anyone who loves their father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Anyone who loves their son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Whoever does not take up their cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Whoever finds their life will lose it. Whoever loses their life for my sake will find it. Anyone who welcomes you welcomes me, and anyone who welcomes me welcomes the one who sent me. So now you see this, whoever welcomes a prophet as a prophet will receive a prophet's reward. And whoever welcomes a righteous person as a righteous person will receive a righteous person's reward. And if anyone gives you a cup of cold water to one of these little ones who is my disciple, truly I tell you, that person will certainly not lose their reward. So now you see, after Jesus had finished instructing his 12 disciples, he went on from there to teach and preach in the towns of Galilee. Now see, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Is a lot of people try to say that, oh, that's blood, that's your family list. When you work for the Lord, when you walking with God, you have to realize that if a person don't have the right spirit and they're not seeking the face of God and they're not trying to change, then that means they are willingly being a demon in your camp. And that devil is to steal, kill, and destroy. And you will be a fool not to separate yourself from someone who refuses to grow. So if you stay trying to enable and coddle someone who is an adult and refuses to grow, then you deserve every bit of calamity that comes upon you because you made a choice. So what Christ was saying is that the word will rightly divide. He bring a sword that you got to get on one side or the other. It's finna cut through the cheese. It's finna cut through the cheese, and you got to be on one side or the other. You hear me? You got to be hot or you got to be cold. But if you lukewarm, you gonna get spit out. So understand this, that this is a year of separation. This is a year of separation. This is a year where you realize who trying to grow and who trying to go. And who trying to grow and go. Some people just want to go and don't want to grow. And some people want to grow. And they ain't trying to just hitch their wagon on the earth. They trying to buy their own wagon so y'all can ride beside each other. But this the year of recognition and realization of who need to get let go. So understand that now. See, look, I'm doing a call tonight. It ain't about this. The call tonight ain't about this. So this right here a bonus, and this for y'all who ain't make the call. But hey, this Tony Gaskin. I got to get going. God bless you. We'll talk soon.